My question is basically, let's say, for example, and first of all, congratulations on the opening of the SAP House. So we are moving towards cloud. Okay. Now, when we are moving towards cloud, SAP being doing the partnership with Google Cloud, bringing Deloitte in. The number one thing, the number one question when we talk about the CIOs, CTOs, when they discuss about moving to cloud, the biggest discussion that happens today is whether in premise or on cloud. Okay, so that discussion, all that said, like when we have that discussions happening, security is one of the biggest reason, measures that we always put up, where we talk about the security. Another thing that we speak about the cost. Okay, now SAP being one of the biggest companies in the ERP space, how soon do you think that the region we are here, like let's say Middle East, how soon do you think that the companies are moving towards cloud completely, or is this going to happen completely, or we'll always have the hybrid model, like few companies will be in premise, few companies will be on cloud? How exactly do you see the future?
It's a very good question, and I will also involve our partners here. It's easy to say the world is going cloud. And if I'm looking at our revenues, they are growing triple digit on the cloud and growing double digit still, especially here in the region, on the on-premise. So both the areas are growing. But there is an order of magnitude for the cloud, in favor of the cloud. Now, what customers are asking, though, it's not one single direction. They want to have their flexibility. Remember that you are dealing with businesses that are already present, and you are helping them to grow faster, to become more efficient, to become intelligent enterprises. And it's difficult to say you have to go 100% cloud. They have done investments, both on their infrastructure, on their hardware, but also on applications that are resident on their own landscape. And they want to integrate these applications on the platform. So they need to have a hybrid offering that is consenting to integrate both what is existing, or for whatever reason to save the investments and continue depreciating the investment already done in their own data center, or you know what? I want to take the full advantage of externalize the entire data center and only concentrate on the business part, the real differentiator of my business. And that's the discussion that we are entertaining every time that we are discussing with a customer. And this is what is appreciated. When we launch Rise with SAP at the beginning of this year, this is an offering, a comprehensive offering, that it's not only providing the technology, the platform, the business application platform behind, but it's also helping customers simplifying the way in which they are dealing with these three different entities, with SAP, with the cloud infrastructure providers, and with the system integrator, with a single simplified offering that can be consumed at the pace that the customer is demanding. But also, it's respecting whatever investments have been done before, both in terms of already SAP customers of ours on-premise that they want to integrate, both in terms of competitive installations that they want to save pieces but integrated on the cloud, on the SAP entire landscape, or because they want to develop their own applications in order to expand areas, and again use SAP as the backbone integration platform.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I would like also to echo Sergio on one front, that we look at cloud as not only the technology itself, it's the enabler and the catalyst for changes, for organizational changes. In addition to that, it fundamentally changes the whole operating model for businesses to thrive in the fast-moving economies. This is one. Second, we'd like to highlight the point that there is always the complexity as well to solve for compliance, to solve for sovereignty, where certain workloads are differentiated from other workloads with the ability to go to cloud, or they must to stay on-prem. And this applies to very much regulated industries, not like any other private or any other lightly regulated industry. So there is that element as well to consider on any transformation journey or any move to cloud to always keep in mind.
Just to add from the sort of consulting perspective, because one of the questions that you asked was, where the market is, where clients are in that cloud journey. So a lot of the sort of advisory work we would do for CTOs and CIOs, I would characterize as 2 years ago, it was sort of cloud strategy. What are we going to do about this? Now it's moving much more to sort of cloud transition. And in terms of the sort of security aspects of those strategies, if you like, I think they're far more complex than a sort of simplistic sort of view of data is safe on-prem and data is more accessible in the cloud. I think it's a much more complex discussion for clients. And these guys and organisations like them probably invest more in cyber security and security of data than many of individual clients do. So it's a complex discussion with clients. But the market is definitely moving towards, right, let's go cloud transition, whether it's hybrid or full cloud transition, whereas 2 years ago it was strategy. Yeah.